on. The next award is going to be Surprise Player of the Season. Surprise Player of the Season. Now, we do have some nominations. Surprise Player, I'm trying to look for a Serie A one. Fede Farco says Di Lorenzo. Joe Spagnoli says Providel. The North Curve says Kvaratskhelia. And Curva Mundial Pod says Kvaratskhelia. I've also put in Lauriente from Sassuolo and Orsolini. And for the first half of the season, Ademola Lookman. Adam, any of your nominations on that list, or do you have any more to throw in?
No, I've got two to spring on us to discuss. So I've got Matteo Zaccagni, who I think has had a fantastic season at Lazio. But the one I'm surprised that wasn't on anyone's list is Mario Rui, just because I don't think anyone really expected those kind of performances. And I appreciate this is another Napoli play, unfortunately.
I know,
but just the performances alone. I mean, when you look at the ratings on the likes of FootMob, etc., he's been very high. He's very high on that list. And don't forget, like last season, I think he was a laughing stock. Everyone could not see him being the marauding left back that we saw for the majority of this season. He's come up, set up goals. He's been pinnacle in that defence, but he's just been magnificent. I think for me alone, on those reasons, he deserves this award because I don't think anyone anticipated those level of performances from him. He's been superb for Napoli. Really, I think one of the reasons why they've been so good defensively. I mean, I know Kim and Jay will take the plaudits, but equally, with Mario Rui in that defensive line, he's been experienced, he's held the lines, and he's really helped it. But again, Matteo Zaccagni is another one that I've been really impressed with, done a fantastic job for Lazio. His goals have been really crucial. I'm surprised he hasn't, again, played as much for the Azzurri. I think he deserves more than the call-ups that he's had this season. But again, he's been fantastic, and I'm surprised there's not been more mention about his performances during the course of this season. But Rory, let's kind of dive into it. I mean, any other shouts that you think we should talk about?
So for me, the first two when I thought about this award were Orsolini and Lookman. I think if we start with Orsolini, he's got 11 goals and 4 assists. This is his highest goal involvements of his career so far. Like, this is his best season. Ahead of him, but I think seeing Thiago Motta get the most out of him and the partnership he managed to form with Barrow and that whole attacking kind of clique at Bologna was really, really impressive. And I think he's become a player that has to be in the Italy squad. And again, this is bias from me because he was in my Fantasy Calcio team, so I did notice more what he was doing. But also, the other boys in the fantasy league were going, I can't believe you fucking bought Orsolini and he's this good. How has this happened? Like, I don't think anybody saw this season coming. And some of the goals he scored as well, and key goals, he scored a lot of winners, a lot of equalisers. Like, he's come up at big moments. And I think it's a player delivering even on promise. And I really like that. And I think under Motta, he could really, really push on and have another great season. I've already said I think Bologna next year get Europe. I think they're really going to make a push for it. They've brought in the head of recruitment from Napoli, I think. They brought in one of their head scouts from Napoli, and they've just been bought out by this huge kind of conglomerate, I think. So I think they're really a club on the rise, and I think Orsolini is going to be a key part of that. And this has been a season that's been outstanding for him. Also, my other player is Lookman. 13 goals and 6 assists in 31 games. Now, he did go very quiet towards the end of the season, but so did Atalanta. I think Højlund not being there and the attack moving around quite a lot between Zapata and the other guy, what's his name, Muriel. It wasn't quite given the same levels of energy that Lookman needed. He wasn't getting the opportunities. But I think the start of the season that he had, I remember us every week, it felt like we were talking about a Lookman goal. That we were like, Ademola Lookman again gets a goal and an assist, again gets a goal and an assist, gets 2 goals. And I just think his start to the season was fantastic. So I didn't want recency bias to rule him out of a nomination because I think his start was absolutely blistering. And he's a player that now he did really well when he was in the Premier League. He was at Fulham, right? He was key in their Premier League campaign. I think he did pretty well. Played out in Germany, did pretty well there with RB Leipzig. So I think he's just a player that's proven himself in several leagues now. And like, if he can get a bit of a run together at Atalanta and have a few seasons here and really build, I think we could be looking at a genuinely very, very good player. So I think this season was outstanding and some of his goals were just glorious. So I wanted to give him a shout. But I do like your Mario Rui nomination because I think, he was a bit of a Romagnoli laughing stock, and he's become a very sought after left back.
Yeah, definitely. I have to say, I agree with you on Orsolini. Orsolini's been a player that I don't think many anticipated the performance that he has displayed this season, especially in that Bologna squad as well, because Bologna have really gone about their business really well. Lookman, agree with you as well. He's gone quiet second part of it and not helped by how that team has been performing. But I think he's adapted really quite well, really quite quickly, and there's been a lot of reports about how well he's done in the league. But I'm still feeling Mario Rui for this. I can't see beyond it. So unfortunately,
it's a very Napoli player. It's a very Napoli heavy show, but it was always going to be. So congratulations, Mario Rui, surprising player of the year. Congratulations, Mario.
Congrats.
Auguri.